Hello, I'm Brent Farris from the Bearded Studios, and as promised, I'm going to go over how to change the font of the text. So I went online and I found some random free TTF called comic book. I'm just going to drag and drop that into my Unity scene or project folder. So what I'm going to do is I need to open up a spot to place that TTF. So if we go into our GUI label, we're going to open up a public variable. So public, let's do a public GUI style. If you do the GUI style, let's call it style and set that to null. What we'll do is take this style and we're going to pass it in after text. So the style goes in right after that. You'll see that now when we select our object that has the text applied, there will be this new drop down that says style. If we drop that down, there is a ton of options to go over, but this one is about font. So you'll see this font here. All that we need to do is take this file and drag it into that slot that says font. And you'll see that the text automatically changes and kind of falls off screen. So let's move its position so that we can see it. There we go. So now you can see that we have changed our font to this new font style. I'm also going to change the color so that we can see this. I don't want this black, I want it to be white. So if I go to the normal here on the style and select white, you'll see that it changes to now it's white with that font. If you go into various other things like, I don't know if hover works for labels or not, it doesn't look like it, but there's a bunch of stuff that some of this, like the hover and the active, are probably more for buttons. So say this guy will have more use for hover and active and focused and stuff like that. Something that this does have is padding and margins, and the padding just kind of changes. It looks like it changes position, but it's basically adding padding. If you are not sure what that is, it's basically space from the left or right, well, from the left side in this case. So how much space from the left is the text. So there's padding and margins and borders and all this kind of stuff. There's also other things like alignment, where I can say align lower right or align middle center, and it will align to the middle center of the rectangle. If you remember, we made a rectangle here that we are applying this to. So it's in that rectangle. It might be easier to do this to a button. So let's go into our code where we have GUI label, and let's comment out this GUI label, and let's actually turn it into a button just so we can see kind of our padding. Well, we won't actually see it. You'll notice this. I guess this is more of a warning than a lesson at this point. When you do put in a button and you add a style, that button is not going to be visible. So you can see that it doesn't have this bluish outline, and you know that we switched this to a button. If we were to take this public style and add it to our button over here, and then take this and put it to the end of our button, your button is going to basically disappear except for the image. You see how it went away? That's because when we use GUI style like this, everything goes to default blanks. Sorry, this isn't the right one. The style on the button here, everything goes to default, which is all blank, and that's why it would disappear. So beware of that. GUI style, you can add all kinds of images. So you can put a normal texture. Say if I put this around it, you can see now that the background of the button has this glowy effect. And say on hover, I want to change the glowy effect to be the face. So if I were to play and hover, you're going to see that the glowy effect turns into the face. Now this isn't a button style tutorial, so I just wanted to give you that warning, and I will do a button style tutorial later. So that's how you add some fonts. Sorry, I got a little bit off track at the end there, but that's how you add fonts and can change them and update them, and a little bit about padding and color in real time. So until next time, I will see you.